So hopefully this isn't going to turn into one of my 15-minute rants. If it does, I apologize. I've already said before that I love horror movies. And granted, my type of horror tends to be more old school. Though I do love some of the modern ones. I love the Evil Dead trilogy, for instance. Now, because I love horror movies, I do love to watch reviews of horror movies, even if I've never seen the movie. With two of my favorite reviewers being Count Jacula and Horror Guru. They're great guys. They're really friendly, really smart. They really know their stuff. And I find their reviews so engaging that I've watched movies that I probably would not have watched if not for them. Would I have watched Green Room on my own if Guru had not reviewed it? Not really. I mean, even though I love Patrick Stewart, I probably would have ignored it because of the punk rock aspect of it. Because I'm not into punk. My favorite singer is Barry Manilow. Alright? Punk just does not move me. If it moves you, great. Everybody loves something different from everybody else, and that's what makes the world a beautiful place. I just probably would not have thought about watching it if Guru hadn't reviewed it. And there's movies that I've put off watching, like Hellraiser I hadn't watched simply because slasher movies sort of bore me. They don't, but I watched 1 and 2 and I loved them. Jack says the rest of them aren't worth watching, so I'm not going to watch them. I even read The Hellbound Heart, and yeah, because of Jack and Guru, my reading horizons have expanded too. Yeah, I've read Stephen King, and I read Dean Koontz, and I've read Ira Levine, or however the heck you pronounce his name. Sorry, Ira, if you're still alive and you're out there. I apologize. I've read books. I've loved The Stepford Wives, by the way. And I loved Rosemary's Baby. And yes, I've seen the movies too. But I love the books. And no, I've not seen the comedy remake, and I'm not going to. The Stepford Wives, the original 1975 one, was perfect the way it was. All right? And I've read The Exorcist and at least one of its sequels. And, of course, I've seen the movies. So my viewing horizons and my reading horizons have expanded because of these two gentlemen. I love them. I love their work. I love how passionate they are about it. I love the reviews they give. So, and that's why I'm kind of making this video, is because YouTube is going in this whole family-friendly mode that I remember all too well happening to TV as I was growing up. And it's my theory that this is going on because parents are using YouTube to babysit their kids. And because of this whole family-friendly stuff, people like Jack and Guru are getting their videos demonetized. We already have this huge problem with YouTube forgetting that there is the whole fair use law, which means if you are doing a movie review or a parody, you can use clips and images. It's called fair use, and they are removing videos that legally should not be removed, claiming copyright reasons when they are covered by fair use. We've already got that problem with YouTube. We don't need this whole problem of YouTube demonetizing videos, meaning people like Jack and Guru are not making money off of their videos simply because people don't find them family friendly. And like I said, I think it's because parents are using YouTube to babysit their kids. And this is something that happened with television. I remember all the articles and the news reports and stuff about parents using TV to babysit their kids. And yeah, a parent, wants their kids to be quiet so they can get work done and they can concentrate. Just because I don't have kids and just because I'm child-free by choice does not mean I don't understand. It does not mean I hate kids. All right? I love kids. I just don't think I'd be a good mother. I'm an awesome babysitter. I miss babysitting. I did it a lot as a teen and as a young adult, and not so much now because everybody I babysat is now grown up and going to college. Yes, I'm old. And I love my nieces and nephews. I love my great nephew, you know, so I don't hate kids. And I can understand. I know my mom and my dad needed time to do their thing, and letting me read a book or putting me in front of the TV was a way to shut me up for a while and get me out of their hair. I understand. But the thing of it is, parents, it is not up to YouTube to monitor what your child watches. It is up to you. Even though my mom sat me down to watch horror movies with her, and even though I grew up on TV shows like the A-Team and the Rockford Files and things that, could be fairly violent in their way, it didn't mean that my parents just completely ignored what I was watching. If they disagreed with what I was watching, they would change the channel. In cases like the A-Team, where there's lots of gun violence, they sat me down and talked about why that was wrong, why it's okay for television, but it's not okay for real life. And that's what a parent is supposed to do. A parent is supposed to monitor what their child is watching. It is not up to YouTube to do it for you. I realize that when you're out shopping, it's easier sometimes to give your kid the phone and let them watch videos on YouTube. You can put the age restriction on yourself and make sure that they are only watching family-friendly stuff and not something like a review of Return of the Living Dead. That is your job, not YouTube's job. And because of this whole push for more family-friendly viewing on YouTube, a lot of people who make their money off of YouTube videos so they don't, so they can put time into their passion projects are really hurting, and they're losing income. You are causing people to lose their income and not be able to buy food and pay rent. And I know some of you are thinking, well, why don't they go out and get a real job? This is a real job for them. I have nothing to lose by making my videos family friendly simply because I do not make money off of my videos. I know my videos aren't good. I know that they are not well watched, except for the one of them where I rant about women needing to flush the toilet when they use a public restroom. Things like that. But so I have nothing to lose by being family friendly. I don't make money off of this. But there are people who do make money off of it, and it's really unfair to them, and it's really unfair to us viewers, because we are losing our entertainment. We love this stuff. We are losing our entertainment because somebody doesn't want to take the time to make sure their kid is watching The Wiggles or what have you. All right? It's not up to YouTube. It is not up to YouTube to raise your child. It is not up to YouTube to parent your child. It is up to you. If you do not want them watching a horror movie review, you take the phone out of their hand and you stop it. And you block that channel. There's parental controls for a reason. You've got to stop costing other people their livelihood just because you need to get your 2-year-old out of your hair for a while. Honestly, it's not fair. It's not fair to the people who make this content, and it's not fair to those of us who want to view this content. I want to see more horror movie reviews. Do you know how long I've waited for Jack to get around to reviewing Hausu? All right? And it probably will never happen now. Hausu is the whole reason why I got hooked on his videos in the first place. He knows the story. I'm not going to repeat it here. But basically it just had to do with, if you haven't watched Hausu, it is a 1970s Japanese horror movie about a house that eats virgins. And I will leave it at that. But it's not fair. It's not fair that you are taking away people's livelihoods and you are taking away other people's entertainment. It's not up to YouTube to parent your child. It is up to you to monitor and control what your child watches. Please. We have enough problems with YouTube as it is. We really and truly do. With the whole fair use issue and everything. God only knows if this video is even going to stay up because I'm criticizing YouTube. Even though I don't make any money off of my videos. So I want you to stop and think about that. Think about how your parents did it. If your parents didn't monitor what you watched, then they did a pretty lousy job as parents, because my parents monitored and my parents talked about it. You know, and that's what a parent is supposed to do. It's a parent's job, not YouTube's. Thank you.